So here, student, in part 1 we finished reading that Ozibel closed the room and turned on the light, and he found a man having a gun in his hand. He was Max. Who was Max? Max was a slender, a little less than tall, with features that suggested slightly and craftily pointed countenance of a fox. His features looked like a fox, means he was very clever. And aside from gun, nothing especially menacing. There was nothing special in him. He was having a gun in his hand. The report, he murmured. So Max asked him about the report. The report that is being brought to you tonight concerning some few missiles. So he asked him to submit him report about new missiles which would be submitting to him at night. I thought I would take it from you. It will be safer in my hands than in yours. So he told him that those files having detail of new missiles will be safe in Max's hand. Ozimel moved to an armchair and sat down heavily. I am going to raise the devil with the management this time, and you can bet on it, he said grimly. This is second time in a month that somebody has got into my room through that nuisance of a balcony. Fowler's eyes went to the single window of the room. It was an ordinary window against which now the night was pressing blackly. So here Ozibel sat on the armchair and said that he will raise a management which will defeat the devil. And now he said that it was second time in the month that somebody came into the room through the balcony. So by saying these words, he guided Fowler that he could run away through that balcony in time of any misery. Balcony? Max said, with a rising inflection. No, pass key. I did not know about the balcony. It might have saved me some trouble had I known. So Max was very surprised. He said, I did not know about any balcony. I just came from the passway. It is not my balcony, Ozibel said with extreme irritation. So Ozibel had expression of irritation and said that it is not my balcony. It belongs to the next apartment. He glanced explanatory at Fowler. You see, he said, this room is used to be the part of large unit, and the next room, he said, through the door here, used to be the living room. So he explained that this room was a part of a big unit. It had balcony which extend under my window now. So earlier it was part of a big unit. Now it was linked with that balcony. You can get onto it from the empty room 2 doors down. And somebody did last month. The management promised to block it off, but they haven't. So he said that management told me that they will block the way to pass on by balcony, but they did not do it. Max glanced at the Fowler, who was standing stiffly not far from Ozibel. Max was continuously looking at him and waved the gun with a commanding gesture. Again he raised his gun. Please sit down, he said. We have a wait of half an hour, I think. So Max was waiting for the file which was about to be handed over to Ozibel. 31 minutes, Ozibel said moodily. So he just said, no, it's 31 minutes. The appointment was for 12:30. I wish I knew you learned about the report, Max. The little spy smiled evilly. So little spy, that is about Ozibel, he smiled. And we wish we knew how you people got the report. But no harm has been done. I will get it back tonight. What is that? Who is at the door? So now there was some knock at the door. Fowler jumped sudden, knocking at the door. Ozibel just smiled. That will be the police, he said. So Ozibel was happy that it will be police. I thought such an important paper as the one we are waiting for should have a little extra protection. I told them to check on me, make sure everything was all right. So now he was happy and said that he already informed the police that they should check that everything is all right before handing over all the papers. Max bit his lip nervously. Now Max was nervous to get the information about police. The knocking was repeated. Again there was second knock at the door. What will you do now, Max? Ozibel asked. If I do not answer the door, they will enter anyway. The door is unlocked and they will not hesitate to shoot. So now he is making him afraid that Max, now what will you answer? If I'm not going to open the door, they are going to break it and they are going to shoot anyone who is going to harm me. Max's face was black with anger as he backed swiftly towards the window. So Max just moved away to the window side. He swung a leg over the sill. Send them away, he warned. So he told them to send the police. I will wait on the balcony, set them away, or I'll shoot and take my chances. He said, if you are not going to send them back, I'm going to shoot them. The knocking at the door became louder and voice was raised. Mr. Ozible, Mr. Ozible. Now the knocking was continuously repeated by asking about Mr. Ozible.